Hello, everyone. Welcome back to an exciting episode of Fandom Fights. We're here in a number one contender match. We have Tyler Burch going up against Kaiser Huang. Kaiser, does he have a nickname that I don't know about?
We've kind of given up on those, but...
Yeah, but I feel the Emperor. I like it. Anyway, Kaiser versus Tyler. Very excited about this one. I know I say that a lot, and then I know that I say that a lot, but then I explain why I don't actually why I mean it this time. Tyler having a great season in teams with his team partner Brittany, transferring that over to singles and having a really great singles year as well to get to this number one contender match, playing Jack in the last match, and which I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he won in KO, Nick. I was not present for that one, but That is what I heard. That's the rufflings I heard. And then Kaiser in his previous match going up against Albert and winning in very, very good fashion. It was an exciting match. Loved it. Now they're here for the contender match to go up against the champion. Nick, what do you think?
I'm so excited, Tim. Both players who are very good have challenged for teams belts or held teams belts this year already. And I always like seeing people who've never challenged for the belt before challenge for the belt. So, and these two are doing very well, especially based on their last matches. Like you said, a knockout, and then Kaiser in his match may not have knocked Albert out, but he had one of the highest accuracies in a match this year. So both these players doing incredible stuff. And there's a lot of backstory behind it that I'm sure will be brought out in the promos, but we should get to those.
Yeah, let's do that. Promos. Bye.
So Kaiser, I've got three really good reasons why I really want you to win today. One, just because winning feels good, especially against somebody who has beaten you already this year in teams. Second, if you win, the title stays within the faction, which is great. And then third, and most importantly, if you win, that will be the most chaotic title match that has ever happened. You and Abel always go at it in our chats, whether it's about movies, whether it's about football. I want everybody to see the energy you guys have. So with all of that in mind, what are your thoughts today?
I respect Tyler a lot. I think Tyler is great. I think Tyler is one of the best people to never hold the singles title. That being said, Abel's a fucker. I want to be him. Let's go.
So, we have one goal right now, and that is to bring the singles title back into the Phoenix Club and to make you double belt it. And Kaiser, we love you, but unfortunately you're in the way of making us be oh so close of that happening. So Tyler, you got this, and let's play.
Nick.
Yes.
Fire promos, as one Kaleb Koho used to say. What do you think of these promos that we just heard?
Both seem focused on the next match, which is exciting to me that both are determined enough to already be thinking that far ahead, which means we're in for a good one.
Yeah. All right, let's get into it. We'll start with round number one. Nick, how is round number one going to work?
Round number one is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions around with Fandom Fights. Each player is going to have 15 seconds to write down their answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we'll say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer is worth 1 point apiece, and should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number one, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number one there?
That was a 1v1, not 1v2.
Hey, I'll just get in my adjuster.
Perfect. Okay, let's kick it off with question one. Nick, what is it?
Question number one comes in the category of the world of DC. What is the first name of the man whose phone Bruce copies at an underground fighting ring in Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice?
Maggie liked the way that you said Dawn of Justice.
Well, the justice dawned that day, and it was
It really did, frankly.
Spectacular.
I remember seeing that movie in the theater, and Maggie and I walked out, and a guy that we worked with came up to us and said, "Was it good?" And we both went, 5.
Was it really the Dawn of Justice? Because, like, he died at the end.
Hands down. Let's go to Kaiser.
Anatoly.
And Tyler.
Anatoly.
That is correct. Both spelled wrong, but the answer is correct. So your next question is in the category of Star Wars. At the beginning of The Rise of Skywalker, Palpatine says he will give Kylo the final order if he does what specifically?
Just because I'm curious, Tim, I would never go off spelling in terms of what I have in the doc anymore. Maybe in olden days, but since they both spelled it that way.
No, I think you spelled it correctly. Anatoli. I know it's not Italian. That was the joke. But 5,
Aha.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Tyler.
I said brings Ray to him.
And Kaiser.
Bring Ray to him being, Palpy.
I don't think we can take either answer. It's kill Ray, specifically kill Ray. We didn't say specific, so neither get the point, but it's 1-1. Still, it's not Nick.
We'll move to your next question, which comes in the category of DreamWorks. Name both DreamWorks films that feature a performance from Anthony Ramos. Or Ramos.
Ramos? We should get Kaleb Koho up in here to clarify that.
I used to have a teacher named Mrs. Ramos, and we pronounced it Ramos. So that's what I'm going with.
1. Pens down. Pens down, Kaiser. Let's go to Kaiser.
I didn't even have one movie done, so.
Tyler.
Yeah, I didn't make one down.
Okay, the answers were The Bad Guys and Trolls World Tour.
That's it.
All right, your next question is in the category of YA. In Twilight New Moon, which member of Edward's family goes back to Forks, shocked to find Bella still alive, and bring her to Italy? My parents are going to Italy. I'm very jealous. Cool. I would love to go to Italy.
Great.
I want to get some of that.
Why don't you go with us?
No, I have a baby. 5. And no money. 4. 3,
bring the baby.
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Tyler.
Alice.
And Kaiser.
Alice Khan.
Both are correct. 2-2. What's next?
Your next question comes in the category of DC. In the League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, while recruiting Dorian Gray, a shootout takes place in what room in Dorian Gray's house?
That's the dude from like 50 Shades of Grey, right?
Yep.
Yes. That's what I thought.
The movie's all about
but there's a lot of similar sounding, because isn't his name like Jamie Dornan?
That's the actor.
Right. But then his character is Christian Grey, so Dornan Gray.
Yeah, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Kaiser.
I mean, it's a kind of a living room.
And Tyler.
I said the library.
Library is correct.
Huh.
So Tyler will go up 3-2. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right. We will get into your next question, which is in the category of Disney animation. In Oliver and Company, Sykes tells Fagin he has how many days to repay his debt?
I just realized.
Or debit.
Huh?
I said or debit.
Yeah.
However you roll.
I just realized that I let on that I know way too much about 50 Shades of Grey. I gave you the first name of the guy.
I own all 3 films on Blu-ray.
That doesn't surprise anyone.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. I have a story actually for this. Let's go to Tyler.
No, the standard 3 days.
And Kaiser.
Also, only 3 days.
Both are correct. So 4-3. Nick, what's next?
Your next question comes in the category of scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for Freddy versus Jason?
I once played in a Full Metal, whatever the show was, where you did one topic and you just answered questions about that. I don't remember what it was called. Random? Was that what it was? No, I don't remember. Yeah. And it was 50 Shades of Grey. And I literally lost because we were tied at the end, and they asked me how much money did one of the movies make at the box office, and I was not the closest, so I lost. And that, ladies and gentlemen, says a lot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Did you say stop? Let's go to I don't remember. Kaiser.
This one with Harry Manfredini.
And Tyler.
I don't know. Something's telling me Brian Tyler.
Both incorrect. We were looking for that one dude named Graham Revell.
Oh.
Right.
Ellie knew the answer. She's screaming it out. All right. Your next question is in the category of Law and Order. I know, Ellie. Nick, go ahead and ask the question. We're getting our diaper changed. We're a little upset.
We are. Okay, great. Your question in Law and Order. An officer goes to his cousin for information in the back of a pool hall in which Law and Order film? I also don't enjoy getting my diaper changed. So
No, it's never good. But the macaw, great at performing the task.
Great job,
baby
macaw.
is fresh and clean. 5,
Fantastic.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Tyler
I said Rush Hour.
and Kaiser.
Rush Hour 3.
Rush Hour is correct.
Oh,
I know.
Rush
I
Hour.
love that trilogy. It's great. So, Nick, go ahead and ask the next question again.
Your next question, your penultimate question, comes in the category of James Bond. What is the first name of the woman who gets completely painted gold, killing her in Goldfinger?
Oh, crap.
She okay? She Oh, doesn't sound
What
okay.
does it say about me that my wife is doing this and I'm sitting here drinking an old fashioned and playing trivia? Oh, she's not pleased with that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Kaiser.
Jill Masterson.
And Tyler.
Hope it's the right one. Jill.
Jill is correct. And I think Nick should ask the final question.
I've been doing so good at it. So, all right.
Good, man.
We'll move to your final question, which comes to the category of the MCU. In Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, what is the name of the gang that killed Shang-Chi's mother?
Ellie, not a fan of gangs, it turns out.
Good. That's good.
Oh, she's getting her pajamas on, so now she's less upset.
I also get less upset when pajamas.
Bucky is nervous, I should say. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Tyler.
Can't remember. I forgot. So I just went with the Bus Boys.
No. Kaiser.
The Iron Gang.
Iron Gang is correct. So Kaiser cuts into that lead a little bit at the end of round number 1. Tyler still has the lead, though. It is 6-5. Is that what you have, Nick?
So I have him.
All right. How's round number 2 going to go?
Round number 2 is going to work like this. It is the wheel round. We have a wheel with 8 fandom categories on it, as well as spinners and opponent's choice. Each player will going to spin the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you like check down a multiple choice, in which case it'll only be worth 1 and be on the lookout as stealing is available in round number 2. Tim, what's on the wheel today?
On the wheel today is YA, Law and Order, Sci-Fi Icons, American Spies, Marvel, MCU, Worlds of DC, and DC. So, Tyler, you're in the lead. Do you want to spin first or defer?
So what are you thinking?
I'm thinking going second.
Second? Okay, cool. We'll defer.
All right.
Okay. Then we will bring in Mr. Meltzer, and this will be the spin for Kaiser. And it lands on opponent's.
Oh, I'm useless. Thanks.
So we'll bring back
Happens a
in
lot,
Mr.
baby.
Happily. Tyler, you now get to pick. Do you need the list of categories again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can choose from YA, Law and Order, Sci-Fi Icons, American Spies, Marvel, MCU, Worlds of DC, or DC.
So I know we talked a little about this. It's tough with him. He did miss that Law and Order question, so there's that. But what are you thinking? I mean, there's a couple options we could do here.
Part of me's thinking DC, since he missed that League of Extraordinary Gentlemen's one and it's pretty broad.
Okay. Yeah. There's some. Yeah, if that's what you're feeling. I mean, again, it's tough with Kaiser, so.
Yeah.
That American Spies, maybe.
I don't know. It's either DC or Law and Order. I don't know.
I mean, DC is geek is the only thing, and now League of Extraordinary Gentlemen won't be asked, so Stardust probably won't be either. So, do you want to just do Law and Order, or that would take it off the wheel and leave DC on for you? Unless you're really feeling DC, I'll leave it with you.
Thanks.
Unless you,
Let's you know what? Let's just do Law and Order. You know what you said
Law
makes
and Order?
sense. Yeah, let's just do it.
Law and Order.
Okay. Nick, will you please go ahead and read Kaiser his questions in the category of Law and Order?
Gladly, Kaiser, you have been assigned the category of Law and Order. Are you prepared?
Sure.
All right, your first question.
Yes, sure.
Which Law and Order film has a villain using the alias Peter Krieg?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, Die Hard with a Vengeance, B, Lethal Weapon 4, C, Rush Hour 2, or D, Beverly Hills Cop 2?
Beverly Hills Cop 2.
That is incorrect. Tyler, chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A, Die Hard with a Vengeance, B, Lethal Weapon 4, C, Rush Hour 2, or D, Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Yeah,
That is correct for the 1 point steal.
I'm gonna put my light on real quick.
Cool. All right. Kaiser, your second question in Law and Order. Which professional basketball player appears as the Giant in the Kung Fu studio that fights Lee and Carter in Rush Hour 3?
That's a definite multiple choice for me.
All right, your multiple choice options are: is it A, Yao Ming, B, Sun Ming, C, Jeremy Lin, or D, Kevin Zhang?
Let's go with D.
One more time.
D for donkey.
Okay. D is incorrect. Tyler, chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A, Yao Ming, B, Sun Ming, C, Jeremy Lin, or D, Kevin Zhang.
Jeremy Lin,
That is also incorrect. We're looking for B, Sun Ming.
the one I didn't think of.
Yeah, I was like, it's not fucking Yao Ming. Yeah.
Oh, real tall guy. Big guy there. All right. Kaiser, your third question in Law and Order. What is the name of the team that Mike and Marcus are put in charge of at the end of Bad Boys for Life?
Ammo.
That is correct for 2 points and a tie game. Kaiser, your penultimate question. How does Axel's friend Mikey die at the beginning of Beverly Hills Cop?
Multiple choice.
Okay, your multiple choice options are: is it A, falls off a building, B, stabbed, C, a car accident, or D, shot?
He shot.
That is correct for 1 point. And the lead. And Kaiser, your final question. What is the full name of the woman who Riggs marries at the end of Lethal Weapon 4?
Lorna Cole.
That is correct for 2 more points. The end of Kaiser's round 2.
All right, so I have Kaiser getting his total up to 10, but with the steals, Tyler's at 7.
That's what I have, yeah.
Okay, so we'll bring back the wheel and Miss Tapley. This is going to be the spin for Mr. Burch. It lands on Marvel.
Yeah, I'm assuming you want to keep that.
Yeah, I'll keep Marvel.
Great.
Okay. All right. I will be giving you your questions in the category of Marvel. Are you ready, Tyler?
Yep.
All right. Your first question. Which Marvel film features a card game that involved a cage and a poisonous creature? Five.
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Kick-Ass 2, B, Men in Black International, C, Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, or D, Blade 2?
A.
A is incorrect. Kaiser, chance for a 1-point steal. Is it A, Kick-Ass 2, B, Men in Black International, C, Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance, or D, Blade 2?
Men in Black International.
That is correct for a 1-point steal. All right, Tyler, your next question. Who directed Punisher Warzone?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Jonathan Hensley, B, Jimmy Hayward, C, Mark Neveldine and Brian Taylor, or D, Lexi Alexander?
D.
Say it one more time, sorry.
D as in dog.
Yeah, I can't hear you guys say D today. Yeah, D is correct for 1 point. Lexi Alexander. All right, Tyler, your next question. What is the first name of the soldier whose identity Conrad assumes so he can go to no man's land in The King's Man?
Archie.
That is correct for 2 points. Your penultimate question. What U.S. state is Rogue from in X-Men?
Multiple choice.
All right, your multiple choice options are A, Missouri, B, Mississippi, C, Montana, or D, Maine?
Mississippi.
That is correct for 1 point and a tie game. And your final question in the category of Marvel. In The Amazing Spider-Man, Uncle Ben tells Gwen that Peter has a picture of her on his computer, and Peter explains that it's because she is in what organization?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Glee Club, B, Mathletes, C, Drama Club, or D, Debate Team?
Debate team.
That is correct for 1 point and the lead. So Tyler getting his total up to 12, but with the steal in there, Kaiser's at 11.
That's what I have, Tim.
It is a close one, Nick. How's round number 3 going to work?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. It is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the realm of fandom fights. Once the players hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they get the question correct, they will gain those points. If they get the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until someone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 3?
Nope.
Okay. And the first category you can bet points on is DC. All right, let's get bets starting with Tyler.
I'm going 2.
And Kaiser.
1.
Okay, your question in the category of DC. At the end of Red 2, Han demands $20 million from Frank for not killing him and $30 million for what? Thoughts on the color red?
It's okay.
Thoughts on people who are retired and extremely dangerous? 5, 4, 3,
Jealous?
1. Pens down. That's fair. Tyler.
I said a new plane.
And Kaiser.
I said it's plain.
I think we can take both answers, right, Nick? Yeah. Plane, his plane, new plane. Yeah. So Tyler gets 2 points. Kaiser will get 1 point. It is 14-12 now. Nick, what's the next category?
Your next category you can bet points on is James Bond.
Let's get bets starting with Kaiser.
2.
Okay. And Tyler.
And it's a 0.
All right. If Kaiser hits this, he ties up the game. Nick, what's the question?
Question, James Bond. Which James Bond film features Bond crashing his car to avoid hitting a person tied up in the road?
This ever happen to you?
Yep.
Nice.
You hit somebody.
Anna.
Little fender bender.
Why'd she do it?
I don't know. Also, I don't want to incriminate her too much online, but we're pretty sure the guy was a criminal because he was like, it's fine, and drove away real fast.
That is Kaiser's first repeat.
Question again. Which James Bond film features Bond crashing his car to avoid hitting a person tied up in the road?
I could incriminate Ellie.
Yeah,
She's done many illegal acts already.
I'm sure. Gangs and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah. Just look at her. She's got trouble written all over her face. Maggie's nodding like, yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We are going to start with Tyler, who bet 0.
I want to say Goldfinger.
No. Let's go to Kaiser.
I don't think it's right. The vote is not enough.
Also incorrect. We're looking for Casino Royale. Casino Royale. Rebels Hiss Vesper. So 14-10. Nick, is that what you have?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right. The next category that you guys can bet points on is going to be Planet of the Apes. Let's get bets. I'm going to leave it in, right? As I was saying, let's get bets. I just hear Maggie go, are you pooping? Let's get bets starting with Tyler.
0 again.
And Kaiser.
2.
All right, your question in the category of Planet of the Apes. Who plays Cornelius in Beneath the Planet of the Apes? This is the one where they go beneath the Planet of the Apes.
Do they really, though? Because, like...
I mean, they go underground.
But you're still, like, above the majority of the planet.
Yes, I would agree. There.
So
maybe not beneath the Planet of the Apes, but maybe, like...
Because then the second you get as far, like, beneath as you can, you're now above the other half.
Hands down. Let's go to Tyler, who bet 0.
David Watson.
And Kaiser.
Oh, fuck. Thank good luck, Tyler. Roddy McDowell.
And your winner, Tyler Burch. The answer was David Watson. Yeah, he Roddy McDowell just said "fuck you" to the sequel, I guess. But then came back. So Nick, thoughts on the match?
Great match, 2 great players. I think round 3 just didn't fall in Kaiser's wheelhouse today. Tyler, with just a little bit of a lead, was able to hold back, rein it in, and put away the win, playing very conservatively. But yeah, no, like I said, very similar round 1s, very similar round 2s, both getting steals. And round 3, just like I said, just wasn't Kaiser's round 3. But at the end of the day, I think they both still played great. And yeah, I'm excited to see Tyler go on a challenge for his first title.
Yeah. All right, let's get into post-match interviews. We will start by talking to Kaiser. Take it away, Nick.
Kaiser, I have it on good authority based on messages that I received that you were not the most confident coming into today's match. With that being said, you still took Tyler, who both of you have called a high caliber player, a great player multiple times throughout this match, taking him to round 3, being down by 1 point going into round 3. Definitely shows some impressive title level stuff. Contender matches tend to be written at title match level. So if you can hang with someone who is currently a champion, I think you have the makings of being a champion one day yourself. It didn't work out for you today. Categories in round 3 didn't fall in your favor. How are you feeling about the match overall? Better than you thought, or are you a little disappointed?
I mean, yeah, Fandom maybe some of you just hates me, it seems like. Yeah, so what can I say? And yeah, the round 3 categories are probably the worst competition ever. So it's what it is. It's part of the game. It's just what happens. I got nothing much to say.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the blame here because I told Kaiser to bet 2 and James Bond, and because I wanted him to be aggressive because that's what I thought it was going to take to beat Tyler. And that while that is still true because Tyler is a great player, I think we could have had a little more wiggle room and this match would still be going. And also, when you get opponent's choice, that's always a tough hill to climb, and that's just kind of what's been happening the last couple matches. And it's not much you can do about it. It's just you figure out what you need to work on and come back stronger. I know Kaiser will do that because he's a great player and he's had a great year. But I'm going to be there for Abel and his nonsense that he's going to bring. And Cody, you better be ready because I have a hard time containing him. So you're
Be ready for snail puns.
among other things.
Kaiser, great job. I even forgot to mention you got opponent choice and still were within 1 point of the current team's champion. So you did great today. I'm excited to see you back in the future. We'll definitely see you back in teams sooner rather than later. So congratulations on a match well played, even though it didn't fall in your favor. We'll see you again soon. As we bring in our winner today, I'll do it because Tim has clearly stepped away. As we bring in our winner today, Tyler Burch. Tyler, first of all, like the match today, great stuff. You like I said to Kaiser, really similar rounds, but you edged him out by 1 point in every round, which gave you just enough comfort to not bet on things you didn't want to bet on, and that wound up being the difference maker in the match. Now, with that being said, you're going on to challenge for the title. There's a lot of different layers here. One, the current champion beats you earlier this year in order to get the seeding in the tournament that he wound up winning and challenging for the belt that he now has. He got that belt by beating your partner, who is currently here today. I have to imagine there are multiple levels of revenge you are seeking in your first title challenge. So not only is it your first, but there's a lot of meaning there. So how do you feel about the match today winning? And what are you going to do to prep for your first title?
I felt all right about today. Didn't quite go as well as I was expecting. Marvel just seemed like it was all these things that I don't really like. I literally do not remember a card game in Men in Black International at all. So like just getting questions that weren't quite in the wheelhouse, and it kind of got at me a little bit. I could feel it like on the Amazing Spider-Man question, because I was kind of thinking debate team, but I was like, do I really want to go for it if I'm not 100%? So I could feel like a little bit, but I mean, and then in round 3, just trusting my gut. I mean, on that Bond question really paid off, because the Daniel Craig ones are the ones I have not reviewed yet. And so I was like, if it's those ones, I'm probably going to be in trouble. And luckily, since it was one of those ones, I got myself out of it. But no, today was good. I mean, Kaiser is great. Like I said, opponent's choice always sucks. You never know how it's going to go. Glad we chose Law and Order because it got him to slip up just enough for me to keep going, especially with how Marvel went. So I was really happy about that. But yeah, no, I'm just glad that today went well. I will say, first thing about the championship match, I told Brittany, I was like, here's exactly why it's going to happen, because my busiest month at work is coming up. And I was like, if there's ever going to be a time that I would challenge for the singles belt, it would be when I'm swamped with work. So I was like, this is how the universe does these things. But no, I'm excited to play against Apple, play against them in the singles championship. I mean, obviously being there on my own is going to be a different experience. I mean, Brittany's going to be there to help me out, but she can't physically be there. So it's going to be a challenge. But yeah, like you said, revenge is on our mind. That's all we've been thinking about ever since that Brittany. I mean, I've been thinking about it since he beat me, because I took that personally. But then he took down Brittany, which is just unacceptable to me. You can hit me, I don't care, but if you hit my partner, I'm going to have to come after you. So I'm very excited about this match. I think it's going to be a hell of a match. Pretty much, if anybody's got plans with me in the near future, they should probably just cancel them, because I'm only going to focus on this if I'm not working. It's going to be work, sleep, trivia. That's what my life's going to be until this match happens.
Fair. Brittany, thoughts on Tyler's performance today, and any advice for him going into his first title match?
Yeah, I thought Tyler played great. Those Marvel questions were a little tougher than we were expecting, but you maneuvered through it great. You kept the lead going in round 3. And I thought you played really smart in round 3. And on top of that, you hit an apes question that you didn't even need to. That was pretty hard, in my opinion, for a data question. So I think, yeah, you should be really proud of how you play. And yeah, for the championship match, even though it sucks that we're not playing each other, I now get to help him prep. So yay. I think that's going to be really good. And he already has the experience in teams, so I think it's just getting used to doing it on his own. But I think he's going to do great. Yeah.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, Tyler, congratulations. We look forward to that title match. It's going to be an exciting time. And yeah, Tim, take us home.
I'm back. I'll tell you later. Yeah, no, great match. I feel bad for Kaiser. Opponent's choice is rough, and just categories he clearly wasn't pumped about. But at the end of the day, I think he still played really great. Tyler proving why, as his opponent said and his teammates said, top tier player going on to challenge for his first singles belt. So I'm looking forward to it. At one point in the distance, I heard Jake say, "Sorry, Cody." And I was like, great. What the fuck is going to happen? I don't know what's happening. What is happening? And then I heard, need to reel Abel in. I'm like, oh yeah, that's probably definitely going to need to happen. So it's going to be a crazy title match. Looking forward to it. And we'll see what happens. We'll see if Tyler can become double belted when we get there. So thank you to Nick. Thank you to all the people below. And Nick, thank you again. Thank you twice. Thank you for writing and thank you for being here. So I've been Tim. We'll see you guys next time with another great match. Until then, bye-bye.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Goodbye, old friend.
Kitty has to go.